Huh? Huh?
Morning. Fulani has come out to say that for the fact they are domiciled in the bush and then also go around with their cattle, does not mean they are not part of one Nigeria, and that no region or no ethnic group has a stake over than the Fulani in Nigeria. Say they are also part of one Nigeria, and that nobody can take them out of Nigeria, because we've seen calls telling them to leave Nigeria. How can you actually say?
Yes, the fear of Fulani anywhere now, you see them, whether they are in the bush, whether in the political space, anywhere in the economy, on the street. Any day you hear Fulani, there's this consciousness that awakens your sensibility to be on alert. That is the way it is now, currently now. And we cannot take it very clearly because of what transpired centuries ago when the Fulani invaded the Hausa land. It was called Hausa land. It was later we started hearing Hausa Fulani. And the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, made it very clearly that Fulanis are not part of Nigeria. They were never part of Nigeria. But unfortunately, they came with their sword to way and conquered the entire Hausa land in just less than a year or thereabout. They were able to achieve that, and continually they fostered a forced relationship. And the question is, up till now, the entire Hausa people does not speak Fulani or Fetchidom, or I don't know how they call it. They does not speak Fulani. That's what it means. So if they are telling you now, it means they have gathered momentum, they have gathered strength politically, militarily, or let me just say militarily, and of course they have recruited jihadist extremism into the political space, and most of you are acting as political actors now in Nigeria, have affiliations with those who are in the forest. They are not even in the forest trying to create an atmosphere of famine. They are not even in the forest to wear whatever they call themselves as nomads. They are not even in the forest, to advance technology. They are not in the forest to advance humanity. They are in the forest for Islam. And what is the meaning of Islam? What is Islam? Yes. What is the meaning of Islam? Go and check the dictionary meaning of Islam. You understand what is actually going on there. I mean, Islam means surrender. What does say Allah Akbar? When I'm telling you that, they are surrender. Yes, it means you must surrender to their caliphate. That's what it means. And they don't want to know anything less than that. And that is what you are seeing there. So you look at that extremism, radicalism, radicalized orientation, and to that extent you begin to question yourself, what actually did the oligarch mean by drafting Nigeria with this race, that have no respect for humanity, that have no respect for legality, that have no respect, for existence. And that is why nobody should blame Israel of today under Benjamin Netanyahu. Whatever action they are saying, whatever action they are saying, because if you look at that, who are you surrendering to? Who do you want to surrender? Who do you want to take over? Who do you not even by mutual respect or diplomacy? This is done by either hook or crew, force under gunpoint, killing and others. But nobody is going to take that. But that's the fact.
But sir, Bashir Ahmed has come out to say that the Fulani has a major stake in Nigeria, just like the Igbos and the Yorubas.
Well, I can tell you very clearly, you know, that among all the northern governors there you see now, there's no Fulani there, you know. 88% of people in Katsina, yes, governor, you can go and fact check. Senators, you can't see an Hausa man there. Okay, you know, House of Rep members, you can't see. Even at the state level, you cannot see. You know, they subjected the Hausas to peasants, you know, to poverty, you know, and all in the name that they conquered. The last Hausa king, Emir, let me put it that way, was conquered in Kano. The last Hausa king ever existing, Hausa king, took place in Kano, and they were able to establish an emir. So you will not understand it very well, you know, that what is coming now, and they're saying they have a stake. Well, if the constitution guarantees them a stake, that does not mean they are indigenous people. They can be constitutionally right in that direction, but they are not peaceful because they don't seek for peace. But if you look at it, they are not indigenous people, and we must understand that.
But also Bashir Ahmed has come out to say that IPOB to bias people, or to do bias people. Why is it that it is only the Fulanis have been tagged numerous names? All kind of names, because they are in the bush doing their own business. If Katana said on the stand, they said I play the wise people too, and that is that if he said that if I don't be people that Madam Kanu will not be in Junction, and that Samayapa will not be in Faraway Finland, and that Oduduwa too is not known by the government. So why that Fulanis, that not only Fulanis are committing these atrocities, sir?
Well, let me tell you, when it comes to the issue of conquest, if you look at the history of the Igbo race, Igbos are the oldest tribe in Africa. Yes, they are there before Ife, they are there before Oyo, they are there before Bolu, they are there before whoever. They are the oldest tribe in what sometimes you argue that because they are not fast checking history. If you fast check history very well, you discover that the Igbo people are the ancient people, and that what we've been seen to have some resistance because when the white way came, they believe that the Igbo people actually introduced democracy. They started democracy, and created a republican government for themselves. Now they made it very difficult. Then take the history on how sophisticated the Igbo nation. The Igbo land is the only place in the Africa you can see pyramid apart from Egypt. You cannot see a pyramid in Yoruba land. You cannot see a pyramid in the northern part of the country. Check how ancient Egypt is, and check how ancient the Igbo people is, to the extent they erected a pyramid. I think the Oyo of Ife has said it all. We don't want to dive into that, But look at the Igbo people, the Igbo nation, the Biafrans themselves, do not have history of conquest, do not have history of invasion. The Fulanis have, the Yorubas have. The who is more peaceful? What is the justification of Bashir making that statement? IPOB is a non-violent movement organization seeking for self-determination. It was the same Fulani, after training some bandits, they converted them to Nigerian military and deployed them to the eastern part of the country. And they said they are repentant Boko Haram. And they went about compromising the security of the eastern part of the country. The IPOB is not known for any act of killing. OPC was a defense system to stop the same people again. It was a resistance organization to still stop the same people we are talking about today. I said another force is going to arise that will stop the Fulani.
And what's the force, sir?
I don't want to disclose that on this platform, but it is not going to be far from what we are talking about, because the people are bleeding. The people, are not happy. The people are facing oppression. The people are being killed. Those who are killing their loved one without any provocation. How will you be comparing Gaza with what is happening here? When you talk about Hamas, you talk about Fulani. But when you talk about a self-determination or organization of movement recognized, take note, recognized by United Nations. Is there anywhere Tojibolo is being recognized? None. I'm asking a question. Because you see, yes, let us agree that political conquest already. Yes, they're already in the bush to surround everybody. Now that's what they are telling us, and that is why you are seeing Uprising, the Christian organization are rising, and the Catholic bodies are asking questions. They are alerting the world, because it's not that way that the Christian world cannot be radicalized. Nobody should tell you that. But Christians cannot also be radicalized, and you just benefit to kill Christians at any point in time without any provocation.
But sir, lastly, before I let you go now also Bashir Ahmed said the major problem Nigeria have is that everybody should come to a round table rather than singling out the Fulanis or using them as a scapegoat. That the people would not tolerate that anymore.
They have acquired ammunition, they have acquired sophisticated weapons and buried them in deep forests. Where did they get the money to do that? Is Iran actually financing them? Is political individuals, personnel, financing them? Why did Buhari became very sympathetic to the Fulani conquest agenda? Why is the excess of moving around, arresting people who are telling the whole world of the calamity and atrocities committed by the Fulani? Why is it Nnamdi Kanu will be released?
Will be released.
Someone will be released.
Yeah,
the world leaders are already on that. The Christian organizations are already on that. Those who define moment at every point in time are working on that. And at the particular right time, you are going to see whatever ambush they have laid in all the 36 states of the Federation, politically, economically, and otherwise, will be resisted. Even though those who compromise along the line will discover themselves to be another factor of experiments.
Thank you so much for always coming out to LFB, sir.